This is the LC7500 cabinet system, and this video will show basic troubleshooting with communications of the wheel units. This is the main menu of the screen where it should show if the heads are communicating or not. As of now, they are not communicating because there are no icons for any of the wheel units, none for any of the heads or the tandem target. They should show up right around here. Now, the one reason for that is because even though the units are on, they're on the charging stations. If they're on the charging stations, they will not communicate with the computer at all. And same with the tandem target in the back here. Even though it's turned on, it's hooked up to a charging station. That is not a communication cable. So again, it will not show up in the software. Okay, we just took the heads and tandem target off the charging stations, and as you can see, they are now showing up on the computer. So they are definitely communicating with the computer. This is the head. It's sitting on the calibration bar. This is not a charging station. This is just the bar that you calibrate the head on. And as you can see, the tandem target's sitting here unplugged and it's communicating wirelessly just fine. And in the back here, when everything is communicating the way it should be, this is how the LEDs should behave on the master radio. If you ever need to program your wheel units, you'll need a programming cable just to program the heads and the tandem target. Now, if you have this plugged in to the cabinet, that kills communication both wired and wirelessly to the computer. And as you can see again, the heads just will not show up. Even if I get rid of this message here, they won't show up at all until we unplug the programming cable again. And having it plugged in doesn't harm anything, whether the heads are plugged in with the 30-foot cables or just sitting here wireless. Now, to demonstrate wired operation, I purposely unplugged the master radio from the computer. So we're just running off of the wires now. And as you can see, we have everything plugged in with the 30-foot cables and they're showing up. And so what's supposed to happen here is that you should have a solid LED when the 30-foot cable is plugged into it. And if it's not plugged in, then you'll have a blinking green. And then we're going to look inside the cabinet here at the AC interface box. That's the box that makes the wheel units communicate with the computer. You open up the drawer, it's just in the right hand side here. One thing that can happen is that if you're rolling your cabinet around the shop a lot, sometimes this power cord between these two serial cables can come unplugged. So what you can do is just completely unplug it and then plug it back in. And if you don't have any power here and or this is unplugged, your heads will no longer have a solid green LED. It will be a blinking LED. And if unplugging this and plugging it back in does not work, you can check the transformer plugged into the outlet. Make sure you have power there. Try plugging it into another wall outlet. And then you can check this in with a voltmeter. It should put out 12 volts DC. You just put the probe on the inside and the other probe on the outside, and the meter should read 12 volts DC. One other thing to check would be to make sure that this serial cable for the PC is secure here and at the back of the PC itself as well.